Welcome, ladies, gentlemen and children, to RATAE's production of A Christmas Carol. Please be reminded to turn off your mobile phones. Enjoy the show.
This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story I am going to relate. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it stood, years afterwards, above the warehouse door, Scrooge and Marley. The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge Scrooge, and sometimes Marley. But he answered to both names. It was all the same to him. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner. Hard and sharp as flint, from which no steel had ever struck out generous fire. Secret and self-contained, and solitary as an oyster. The cold within him froze his old features, nipped his pointed nose, shriveled his cheek, stiffened his gait, made his eyes red, his thin lips blue, and spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice. A frosty rime was on his head, and on his eyebrows, and his wiry chin. He carried his own low temperature always about with him. He iced his office in the dog days, and didn't thaw it 1 degree at Christmas.
humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Oh, come then. What right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Ah, humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. Out upon a Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older, but not an hour richer. A time for balancing your books and having every item in for a round dozen a month presented dead against you. I do work my will. Every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stick of holly through his heart. Uncle! Nephew! Keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it. And you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then.
There are many things in this world from which I might have derived pleasure. I dare say Christmas among the rest. But I have always thought of Christmas time, when it has come about, as a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the long calendar of the year, when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts free and look upon their fellow human beings as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys. And therefore, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that Christmas has done me good and shall do me good, and I say God bless it.
Oh, sir. Let me hear another sound from you and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. The only other thing more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. I cannot but be friends.
Good afternoon.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Bob Cratchit, and all the family. I dare say they are champing at the bit for Christmas to arrive.
Very much they are, sir. And a Merry Christmas to you, I'm sure.
It grieves me with all my heart to find you so resolute. We've never had any quarrel to which I have been a party, and I have made the trial in the march to Christmas. I will keep my Christmas humour to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year!
High class. 15 shillings a week and a wife and family. Talking about a Merry Christmas? I'll retire to Bedlam.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Do we have the pleasure in addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Well, I'm sure his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner.
About this time of year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable to make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at this time of year.
Many thousands are in want of common necessaries, sir. Many tens of thousands are in want of common comforts.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses? Are they still in operation?
They are. Though I wish I could say they were not.
The poor law and the treadmill are in full vigour then?
Both very busy, sir.
I was afraid from what you said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. Very glad to hear it.
Well, a few of us are endeavouring to raise a fund to buy the poor some food and drink and some means of warmth. We choose this time of year because it is a time above all others when want is truly felt and abundance rejoices. How much should we put it down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous, sir?
I wish to be left alone, gentlemen. Since you ask me what I wish, that is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments that I have mentioned. Cost enough. And those who are badly off must go there.
But many can't go there.
And many would rather die.
They would rather die. They better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Mr. Scrooge,
Well, it's not my business. It's enough for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere with other people's. That occupies me constantly. Good afternoon, gentlemen. You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
Yeah, quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop you half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound. But you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. I suppose I must have a whole day. Be here all the earlier next morning.
Indeed I will, sir. And a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge.
Humbug!
Why? Tiny Tim. Have you been greeting for me? Oh, how cold you must be. Yeah.
I'm all right, Father. I'm warm now.
Then home we shall go. Your mamma will be waiting.
Where they play,
A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheat. You may be a bit of undigested beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, fragment of underdone potato. There's more of gravy than grave about you. You see this toothpick?
I do.
But you're not looking at it.
But I see it.
I have but to swallow this, and be for the rest of my days persecuted by a legion of goblins, all of my own creation. It's all humbugs, humbug, I tell you! That dreadful apparition! Why do you trouble me?
Man of the broken mind, you believe in me or not?
I do. I am masked. Why do spirits walk the earth? And why do they come to me?
It is required of everyone that the spirit within him shall walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit goes forth not in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It is doomed to wander through the world, and witness what he cannot share, but might you share it on earth, brought to happiness.
But the chains, Jacob.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. It is full and long and heavy. It was as full as this, a strong coil that you bear yourself. You have labored on it since. It is a ponderous chain.
Speak comfort to me. You are a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Oh, charity, mercy, forbearance, benevolence were all my business. Indeed, it's of my trade or as a drop of water in the ocean of my business. Oh, it is at this time of the morning here that I suffer most. Why did I wander through the heart of my fellow is, with my eyes turned down? It never raised them to that blessed star that led the wise men to poor abode. But there are no poor abodes to which its light might have conducted me.
Jacob.
Hear me! My time is nearly done. You will be visited by 3 spirits.
Is that the hope and chance you mentioned, Jacob?
It is, and without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow, when the clock strikes 1.
Couldn't I take them all at once and have it over, Jacob?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. Expect the third on the next night, when the last strike of 12 has ceased to strike. Look to see me no more, and look that for your own sake you remember what has passed between us.
Oh, no. spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No. Your past.
What business have you here?
Your welfare.
My welfare?
Your reclamation then. Take heed. Rise and walk with me.
I am mortal. Liable to fall.
Then put a touch of my hand there, and you should be upheld in mornings. These are but the shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us.
Now the school is quite deserted.
A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
I wish... It's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. Nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol at my door last night. I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Another Christmas.
Dear brother!
My dear sister Fan!
I have come to bring you home, dear brother. To bring you home, home, home. Home, little Fan? Yes! Home for good and all. Home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be, that home is like heaven. He spoke to me so softly the other night as I was going to my bed, that I was unafraid to ask him once more if he might come home. And he said, yes, you should, and sent me in a coach to bring you. And you ought to be a man, and never to come back here. But first, we're to be together all Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world. You're quite a woman, little Fan.
Bring down Master Scrooge's box there.
Always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered. But she had a large heart.
So she had.
She died a woman, and had, as I believe, children.
One child.
True. Your nephew, Fred.
Yes.
She died giving him life.
Yes, but so did
His your mother died giving you life.
No more work tonight. It's Christmas Eve, Dick. It's Christmas Eve, Ebenezer. Now let's have those shutters up before a man can say Jack Robinson. Now let's clear away in here. We've got plenty of room in here. Hilly up, Dick. Cheer up, Ebenezer.
Do you know this place?
No, Edson. I was apprenticed here. Oh, it's old Fezziwig. Bless him, yes. It's Fezziwig, alive again. Dick Whipkins, to be sure, bless me, yes, there he is. He was very much attached to me, was Dick. Poor Dick. Oh, Dick.
Small matter to make these silly folk so full of gratitude.
Small?
Why? Is it not? You spent a few pounds of your mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
It isn't that, Spirit. It isn't that. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. Say that his power lies in words and looks and things so slight and insignificant that they are impossible to add or count them up. What then? The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
What is the matter?
Nothing in particular.
Something, I think.
I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk just now. That's all.
Look over there, Ebenezer.
There.
You loved her.
We were to be married.
Why don't you ask her to dance? I could not. Oh, my dear Ebenezer, if you were only as quick as totting up your account book as you are with the fairer sex, then so I shall. My love.
And I know who shall sing it, my dear Mr. Fezziwig.
And I shall be delighted.
And it shall not be you.
Upon my soul, upon my mortal soul.
Come sing for us, my dear. Oh.
Yeah.
sir, my dearest. No, 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 I insist upon it.
Another Christmas.
Scrooge saw himself. He was older now, a man in the prime of life. His face had not the harsh and rigid lines of later years, but it had begun to wear the signs of care and avarice. There was an eager, greedy, restless motion in the eye, which showed the passion that had taken root, and where the shadow of the growing tree would fall. He was not alone, but sat by the side of a fair young girl in a morning dress, in whose eyes there were tears, which sparkled in the light that shone out of the ghost of Christmas past.
It matters little to you, very little. Another idol has displaced me. But if it can cheer and comfort you in times to come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
This is the even-handed dealing of the world. There is nothing on which it is so hard as poverty, and there is nothing it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. All your other hopes have merged into the hope of being beyond the chance of its sordid reproach. I've watched your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one, until the master passion gain engrosses you, have I not?
What then? Even if I've grown so much wiser, what then? I'm not changed towards you, am I?
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so, until, in good season, we can increase our worldly fortune by our patient industry. You are changed. When this was made, you were another man.
I was a boy.
Your own feelings tell you that you are not what you were. I am. That which promised happiness when we were one in heart is fraught with misery now that we are two. How often and how keenly have I thought of it, I will not say. It's enough that I have thought of it and can release you.
Have I ever sought release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
But in a changed nature, an altered spirit, another atmosphere of life, another hope at its great end, of everything that made my love of any worth and value in your sight. If this had never been between us, tell me, would you seek me out and try and win me now? Ah, no.
You think not?
Oh, I would gladly think otherwise if I could. Heaven knows, when I have learned a truth like this, I know how strong and irresistible it must be. But if you were free, today, tomorrow, yesterday, can even I believe that you would choose a dowerless girl, who, in your very confidence with her, weigh everything by gain? Or, choosing her, if for a moment you were false enough to one guiding principle to do so, Do I not know that regret and repentance would surely follow? I do. And I release you with a full heart of the love of him you once were. You may. The memory of what is past half makes me hope you will have pain in this very, very brief time, and you will dismiss the recollection gladly as an unprofitable dream from which it happened well that you awoke. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, show me no more. Conduct me home. Why do you delight to torture me?
One shadow more.
No more, no more. I don't wish to see it. Show me no more.
Well, I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon.
Oh, who was that?
Yes,
I don't know. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer Scrooge it was. I passed his office window, and as it was not shut up and he had a candle inside, I could scarcely help seeing him. His partner lies upon the point of death, I hear. Yes.
I'll have a look if you like.
No matter. Who's that? The doctor?
Nah, the undertaker.
You don't believe in letting the grass grow under your feet, do you? Oh, this is a very competitive business, you know.
God rest his poor soul. And a Merry Christmas to you, if it's not in keeping with the situation.
The same to you, I'm sure. They say you want to see me, Jacob. Hey, what's that you say? You want something? It's not too late. Ebenezer's good. Too late? Too late for what? Redemption! Redemption! What are you trying to say, Jacob? Jacob?
Is he?
As a doornail, Mrs. Dilber.
Oh, it's just as you said.
I always know.
Spirit, remove me from this place. Take me back. Leave me. Hold me no longer. Hold me no longer. Hold me no longer. Hold me no longer.
Come in and know me better, man.